After version 3.0 introduced two must-have supports in Linye and Mornye, Kuro looked at our remaining Asterite, laughed softly, and decided we clearly did not need a break. Naturally, shiny new supports demand shiny new damage dealers, so here we are with Aemeath stepping onto the stage like she has been rehearsing this moment since we first set foot in Lahai Roy. But that alone was apparently not enough chaos. On top of that, we are getting 3 rerun banners of characters you probably already regret skipping. At this point, your wallet is not whispering anymore, it is yelling for mercy. Lupa and Chisa return in the first phase, which already makes this patch stressful enough as it is. Yo, welcome back to the channel, kamusta sa inyong lahat. Before we jump in too deep, if you need some help with farming Asterites, check out my loot bar link down in the description and pinned comment for cheaper than in-game top-ups. Loot bar offers up to 25% discounts, plus an extra 10% off when you use my link. It's definitely much cheaper than in-game top-ups. It is widely used by WUWA players, has strong Trustpilot ratings, and supports DIY top-ups on your PC or mobile, where you get the discounts without sharing your password. Just log into Loot Bar, purchase, and then you go to their online DIY top-up page to complete the transaction yourself without giving anyone your password to do it. If you're looking to top up and save big, Loot Bar is a straightforward and secure way while supporting the channel. So let's get back to it. Let's start with the character most people are already locked onto, Aemeath. Aemeath is one of those characters that goes online immediately in her first banner run. There is no waiting for future synergies for her to feel strong. She is designed to work straight out of the box, and that alone already gives her a massive advantage in pull value. Everything about her kit points toward explosive fusion burst damage with flexible team building options. Whether you want to focus on single target burst or large-scale area damage, Aemeath adapts without feeling clunky or compromised. The biggest advantage Aemeath has is that she does not demand a very specific roster to function. She benefits from strong supports, of course, but she does not collapse without them. That makes her extremely friendly for accounts that need a reliable damage dealer right now rather than 6 months from now. On top of that, she scales incredibly well with premium supports, meaning her ceiling is just as high as her floor is comfortable. The downside is also obvious. Aemeath is new, she is hyped, and she is positioned as a future-defining fusion DPS. That means she is the kind of character players will instinctively prioritize over reruns, even when those reruns might be quietly solving bigger problems on their account. Now let's talk about Chisa, because her value has aged better than many people expected. On her initial release, Chisa was easy to skip. She was a premium support tied heavily to negative status compositions, and at the time, those compositions were narrow. Arrow erosion teams were basically her only true best-in-slot home, and that value was locked even further behind her signature weapon. For a lot of players, skipping her made perfect sense, even though I keep yelling into the void that she is also cracked with Frolova, to the point where I have already made multiple videos comparing that setup against the current arrow erosion meta. People somehow still pretend that part does not exist. Fast forward to version 3.1, and Chisa's rerun is no longer a luxury banner. It is a strategic banner. The biggest reason is her synergy with Imat. While it's not officially confirmed in-game text, everything points toward Aemeath being a fusion burst resonator who thrives on stacking negative statuses. Chisa directly increases the maximum negative status stacks by 3 through her outro skill, which immediately translates to higher damage potential. On top of that, she applies defense reduction through Havoc Bane and allows teams to ignore a significant portion of enemy defense via Unseen Snare. Even outside of pure damage amplification, Chisa brings sustain, consistent off-field contribution, and universal utility that lets her slot into multiple teams without feeling wasted. When equipped with her signature weapon, she also provides a massive all-attribute damage bonus, which benefits literally any damage dealer in the game. The downside with Chisa is still her weapon dependency in specific compositions. If your goal is arrow erosion dominance, her signature is borderline mandatory. Without it, alternatives like Arrow Rover can still compete. However, when paired with Aemeath, that issue largely disappears because there simply is no competing negative status support for fusion teams right now. In short, Chisa is no longer a future investment. She is a present value support whose rerun timing makes her far more valuable than she was at launch. If you're pulling Imat and you lack a premium support that enhances her damage ceiling, Chisa instantly becomes one of the smartest pulls you can make in version 3.1. Next up is Lupa, and her value is a little more conditional but still very real. Lupa's rerun exists almost entirely because of fusion teams. She is a cornerstone enabler for mono fusion compositions and remains one of the best amplifiers for fusion damage in the game. She provides fusion damage bonus, reduces enemy fusion resistance, increases attack, and amplifies fusion damage taken by enemies. That's an absurd amount of value packed into a single kit. What makes Lupa age so well is that her value increases as more fusion characters enter the roster. She was strong on release, but her relevance has grown with every new fusion DPS added to the game. She synergizes extremely well with Imat, Changli, and several other fusion characters, making her a long-term account investment rather than a short-term spike. That said, Lupa is not universal. If your account lacks fusion resonators, her value drops significantly. She is not the kind of support you pull just to have. You pull Lupa because you intend to commit to fusion teams now and in the future. Her damage contribution is respectable, but not the reason she exists, and her signature weapon, while strong, is more about boosting her allies than herself. This makes her an excellent pick for established accounts, but a questionable one for newer players still filling out their roster. When it comes to signature weapons, value varies wildly. Chisa's signature weapon is the most impactful, but also the most restrictive. It elevates her to top-tier support status in negative status compositions, especially arrow erosion, but loses value outside that context. Lupa's signature weapon is a strong, team-oriented pickup that boosts fusion allies significantly, though it's not required for her to function well. So who should you actually prioritize in version 3.1? The answer starts with Imat. If you need a DPS or want a future-proof fusion carry, she comes first, no debate. After that, Chisa becomes the highest value rerun for most players, especially if you plan to invest in Imat and lack a premium support that enhances her damage ceiling. Lupa is the next consideration, but only if your account already leans heavily into fusion teams or plans to do so long-term. At the end of the day, version 3.1 is not about pulling everything. It's about fixing weaknesses in your account and completing synergies that actually matter. Every character in this patch has value, but not every character has value for you. Pull smart, plan ahead, and don't let banner hype decide for you. As always, if this video resonated with you, please leave a like and subscribe. Ring that bell for massive gacha luck and maybe a sandwich. Thank you so much for watching. Manaming salamat po, and I will see you in my next video drop. Goodbye.